Hi, how are you? It's Friday and time for another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. I'm Rick Arsenal. First things first, as always, please, if you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. It won't cost you one red cent, and I will be very appreciative of you for doing that. So will my sponsors. Thank you. Baseball. As you saw in the headlines, second half of the season gets underway tonight. Not literally, because we're already past the halfway mark, but usually the post All-Star game action is considered baseball second half. Okay, all right. Tigers begin a series in Texas tonight. 3 in Texas, 3 more next week in Pittsburgh, and then they come home for 4 with Toronto and 3 with Arizona. And then we've got the trade deadline date of 6 o'clock, August 31st, 2 weeks from yesterday or 13 days from now, 12 days from tomorrow, 11 days from Sunday, so on and so forth. Anyway, a lot of speculation, a lot of predictions by baseball pundits. Ken Rosenthal being one of them, and who's going to be doing what. I think a lot of what the Tigers do, how active they are at the trade deadline. I think depends on what the other contenders are going to do. It's a game of trying to trump the other team. How many teams, how many general managers are going to concede that they've got to be sellers this year instead of buyers? In fact, I was just texting this afternoon with one of my colleagues, and I brought up the name of a LA Angel player who I thought might be a good fit for the Tigers, and I didn't think it would take much to get him. And he informed me that the Angels are going for it. Oh, really? My response to him was, how long has the Angels general manager been on Thorazine? Angels aren't making the playoffs. You can take that to the bank. That general manager has to be delusional if he thinks they're making the playoffs. I understand, your fan base never wants to hear that you're conceding yet another season, and that in doing so, you might be putting your job in jeopardy. That's all part of the game. That's all part of the business. That's just the way it is. So, anyway, maybe we'll talk about this somewhat. I don't want to go into this too much in depth tonight, possibly tomorrow morning on the Time Out show here locally from 9 to 10, where Harris and James will be sitting in for Andy tomorrow. I think Jed said he was coming, so should be a good 60 minutes of mostly baseball and football talk, I would think. So, yeah, you make sure you're listening tomorrow, if you would, please, here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM from 9 to 10 tomorrow morning, Time Out show. In the meantime, let's go over these lineups for the Tigers Rangers series beginning tonight in Arlington. Where the Tigers, Reese Olson will be on the mound tonight. He's 4-3 with an ERA of 2.95. He'll be opposed by left-hander Patrick Corbin of the Rangers. He's 6-7 with an ERA of 4.15. Tomorrow night, the Tigers have yet to name a pitcher. We still don't know who's pitching tomorrow night or who's starting. It could very well be Kiner Montero, but that hasn't been announced yet. We'll see. Could be a bullpen game too, but we'll see. Anyway, whoever it is, they will be opposed by right-hander Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker is only 3-4 with an ERA of 6.39, and then the real matchup comes on Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night, not Sunday afternoon. Sunday night on ESPN at a little after 7 o'clock, when Derek Skubal will take them out. He's 10-3 with an ERA of 2.23. He will be opposed by the Rangers ace, Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi is 7-3 with a great ERA of 1.58. And when the Rangers were here in May, they took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers, and Eovaldi pitched one of those games and he completely shut them down. They did absolutely nothing against this guy. In fact, the Rangers, boy, if they probably more than likely will consider themselves to still be involved in the playoffs yet. If they were going to be sellers, I can assure you, Nathan Eovaldi would be a very hot commodity. He fetched a pretty good price too. There are certain names out there I can throw at you right now. Really, pitchers, they need swing and miss guys at the end of the bullpen. I don't think there's a question about that. Griffin Jax of the Minnesota Twins, he'd be a great addition to the back end into that bullpen. Cade Smith of the Cleveland Guardians would be another one. They're both swing and miss guys. But would the Twins, either the Twins or the Guardians or both, would they, what's their attitude going to be 12 or 13 days from now? Are they going to think that they still have a chance to get a wild card here or not? Remember, I should mention the 2006 season. Tigers had a big lead August 1st. They had a big lead on the Twins. I think it was 10 or 11 games. And the next 2 months, the Tigers, roughly in 60 games, went 20-40. And the Twins caught them and passed them on the last day of the season. That's, the story now. The Tigers were wild card. Beat the Yankees in the wild card round, went on to beat the Athletics in the championship, American League Championship Series. And would then go on to lose to the Cardinals in the World Series in 5 games, I believe it was. I think they did win 1 game. Anyway, so we'll see what general managers, it's the worst thing for them. For them to have to admit that we're not making the playoffs this year, and we're going to have to sell. They don't want to concede that. Fan base doesn't want to hear that either. So, anyway, so that's it. I gave you your pitching matchups. Starting time tonight will be 8:05. You can hear that on WCSR. And don't forget, Sunday is ESPN on Sunday night, a little after 7 o'clock. All right, let's do this for our sponsors. If you're planning on hitting the road this summer, make your first stop Frank Beck Chevrolet. Let Beck Service Pros make sure your vehicle is ready for any trip. Beck can check all the belts, hoses, electrical connections to make sure there are no surprises waiting. You get in there and let them check the brakes, check the tires, of course, and especially the cooling and air conditioning units. Have them top off all the fluids, as I said, the tires. And there you go. You're ready to go. So whether you're going near or far around this great state of ours, or even the great country that we live in now, make sure your vehicle can make that trip. Call the service department at 517-849-2886 to make your appointment, or stop in to Frank Beck Chevrolet at M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville, or follow them on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Get in there and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. Good advice before you embark on any summer vacation. And this summer is going by quickly. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but the days are already getting shorter. There's been a little hint of fall in the air the last couple of days. That's fine with me, although it will be warming up again next week. So anyway, we'll enjoy this cooler winter while we have it. But that's good advice. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Chevy drives Southern Michigan. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the #1 selling Chevrolet dealer in our tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance in downtown Jonesville on the corner of US 12 and M99. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance. That's BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance. protecting your dreams. On the corner in downtown Jonesville, on the corner of M99 and US 12, 517-849-1000, BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Lions. Veterans, rookies are already in camp. Veterans are supposed to report tomorrow. First real full squad, full-scale workout, practice, if you will, transpires on Sunday. And, of course, beginning Sunday. And from there on in, Dan Campbell will be holding his daily press conferences with the media, about 10 or 15 minutes. Keep everybody up to snuff on what's going on. We'll know more after he speaks on Sunday before they take the field. They put out a list of injuries yesterday. The only significant thing on there of that I can tell you that I can see is the fact that Levi Onwuzurike will be missing the first 4 games of the regular season. Don't know why. All we know is the dude's always hurt. And again, the first preseason game is the Hall of Fame game. 13 days from now, July 31st in Canton, Lions and the LA Chargers. Looking forward to seeing all the rookies, how they perform. And speaking of the rookies, if you haven't heard, late last night, Tate Ratledge just signed his contract with the Lions. It's a 4-year deal. I believe it pays him about $7.25 million over 4 years. He did get a signing bonus of a little less than $2.5 million. I haven't seen anything here about guaranteed money. I don't know. I don't know where we're at with that. Anyway, you concerned about the Lions? Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning on the Time Out show. Lions are pretty thin right now at defensive tackle. That there has to be a concern. There's no other way you can spin it. If the season were to start tomorrow, I'd say the 2 guys in the middle were, well, Hutchinson and would be at one end, and the 2 tackles would be probably the rookie out of Ohio State, Tyleik Williams, and DJ Reader, with Marcus Davenport at the other end, provided he's healthy. I don't know. Right now, the rotation at defensive tackle is pretty thin. I would look for them to try to bring somebody in, someone else, between now and the start of the regular season on September 7th at Green Bay. That's disconcerting right now, though, given this injury to. And I don't know what the issue is this time with Levi Onwuzurike, but all I can tell you is the dude's always hurt. Frustrating. Not good. And when you look at those first 4 games the Lions have to play, tough. I guess right now the best case scenario for those first 4 games is to see the Lions go 2-2 right now. But I think it'd be kind of a stretch to see them go 3-1. Yeah. Anyway, so we get to get you caught up here on the Lions and any more I wanted to tell you about the Lions. News and notes from around the NFL. Von Miller, if you haven't heard, at his ripe old age of 36, has signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Commanders. I don't know how much they're going to get out of him. I really don't. Of course, you heard about TJ Watt signing this record-breaking contract with the Steelers, making him, aside from the quarterbacks in the NFL, making him the highest paid player in NFL history, with 120-some million. How much? It's hard for us to fathom what's going on right now in the National Football. How much money is enough in sports, period? Would anyone ever concede they've got enough money? Talk about greed. Oh boy. Anyway, I mentioned the other day too, before I forget, going back to baseball for just a second, because I had this in my notes and I forgot. Uh, so I told you the Lions' Sunday night game at Texas has been flexed to ESPN. It was also announced that the Sunday game at Philadelphia on August 3rd has been flexed to ESPN. Sunday Night Baseball at Philadelphia on August 3rd. And remember, too, after a 36-year relationship between ESPN and Major League Baseball, this looks like it's going to be the final year for ESPN and their association with Major League Baseball. What that does to Sunday Night Baseball, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Could it be the end? I think not, but I think what you'll see next week is a streaming service picking it up. Means you'll have to pay for that too if you want to see Sunday Night Baseball. Maybe Roku would pick it up and offer that for free. A fat chance, huh? I also mentioned, before we go here, I mentioned the Locked On NFL Network. Matt Derry, who we've had on our show before, does a weekday show year-round called Locked On Lions. It's nothing. It's exclusively Lion news for about 15 to 20 minutes. There are 31 other men and women who do the same show for their respective teams. In other words, you've got a Locked On Packers, Locked On Vikings, Locked On Bears, Locked On Rams, Locked On Eagles, Locked On Giants, so on and so forth. So all those men and women, including Matt Derry, they're all 32 of them that do that show. I did a poll, conducted a poll, and I think I explained this on Wednesday. They conducted a poll, and they have come out with the top 100 players in the National Football League. And the Lions had 6 representatives on that list. Might be going over this again, but I think we can. Penei Sewell was the highest rated offensive lineman. He came in at 13. Aiden Hutchinson came in the second Lion on that list, ranked number 30. Amon-Ra St. Brown came in at 32. Jahmyr Gibbs, number 37. Kirby Joseph at 45, and Jared Goff at 82. I think there could have been a couple of other Lions on this list. Brian Branch and Sam Laporta. If you're wondering, too, how the rest of the NFC North fared on this list, like I said, the Lions had 6 representatives. Should have had 8. They had 6. Only the Eagles with 7 had more. As far as the rest of the NFC North goes, the Packers had 3 players to make the top 100. The Vikings had 3. The Bears, 1. Oh, no, that's it. Well, I guess they're telling us the Lions are still the most talented team in their division. And one of the top talented teams in the NFC, by the way. Oh. Anyway, we've got football back. Good to have that back. The one more soap opera to go through tomorrow or Sunday will be if Alex Anzalone ends up in camp. If he's not there on Sunday working out, he's a holdout. Wants more money, of course. In the last year of his contract. Quickly, the British Open, after 2 rounds, who else but Scottie Scheffler leads at 10 under. Lighthearted moment yesterday at the British Open. A lighthearted moment. And I thought before we get out of here, let's do this first. Quick word for Tim Lilly, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walford Street, 517-610-5372 for all your technical needs. This is the only place to go. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting setup, maybe you're shaking internet providers you need to install, printers, anything at all. Please get in there and see them. 37 Walton Street, right across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, maybe 100 yards west of Howell Street. The only place around here to go for any technical issues you have. We're very fortunate to have someone like that around here. 517-610-5372. Or better yet, when you get in there, see him, tell Megan sent you. Thank you very much. Now, before we get out of here, send you off onto your weekend. Something transpired while Scott Scheffler was attempting a shot yesterday at the British Open. And I think you can see, and hopefully you can also hear this as well. Let's look.
Scheffler. What are you laughing about? There's so much to say about that shot. So many of the clock phase. It's extraordinary. Let's stick to the golf. Just a little bit of wind from behind. Just helped to ease down the green. What a shot from Scheffler.
Oh, they got a pretty good laugh out of that. Now we know why they call their breakfast sausages bangers. I always wondered about that, and now we know. With that, I wish you all a very pleasant weekend. Get out of here on a light note for a change. I will talk to you all again on Monday. Hopefully, the Tigers are able to get back on their winning ways. Like I said, give us a listen, if you would please, tomorrow morning from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM with the Timeout Show. Harrison James sitting in for Andy. Informative show. Trying to get you caught up on what's going on, mainly in baseball and football. Anyway, give us a listen if you would please. So until Monday, remember, please treat each other with respect. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a very pleasant good evening. So long, everybody, and go Tigers.